we have evolved to a point, technology has evolved us to a point where we really don't need an individual anymore to survive, much less thrive in life. And I think that is what has fundamentally changed the dating slash marrying game in developed countries. People no longer, men and women, no longer need each other individually or in a relationship to survive and thrive. Therefore, there is not that incentive or motivation to find that relationship. And therefore, people have not been as diligent as they used to be in the past in courting people, looking for that relationship that they needed to survive life. Now, what I'm trying to do with Marrying America is bringing back courting, not because you need a partner to survive life, but you need a partner to enjoy life, to really thrive in life, not for survival.
Hello, Jeremy. It's so nice to have you on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking.
Beautiful. And thank you so very much for being here, you see. I truly appreciate you, my man. And you see, Jeremy, oftentimes, I love to thank my guest for two things. And I do this so often to the point where it has become my anthem. So, firstly, Jeremy, I want to say thank you so very much for investing in yourself. You see,
Thank you.
you are on this platform right now, because you did invested in yourself. And oftentimes, my man, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. You see, Jeremy, some couple of months back, I was on a particular road, and just by the roadside, Jeremy, there was this very tall, unattractive mango tree. And I used the word unattractive because the mango tree's got no mangoes on it, and the leaves were all dry. So I just walked past it and I went my way. But you see, my man, just recently I was on that same road. And this time around, a lot's changed about the mango tree, you see. The mango tree caught my attention pretty good from a distance. And immediately I got the urge to move so close to it, of which I did. And it wowed me because now the mango tree's got a lot of mangoes on it, beautiful green leaves and healthy branches. And not just mangoes now, Jeremy, I'm talking about ripe mangoes. It was such a beautiful experience that day, and I was so, so excited. Here is my point.
Mm-hmm.
The
Gotcha.
fact that, you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing Jeremy that you are today, that alone has made it impossible for me to skip you. And that's why you got the request from me to be on the show because I was attracted to the fruit of all that you're doing, your philosophies, your insight, the impact your work is having, and how you are offering your solutions, Jeremy. The stuffs are beautiful. And just before I sent you that request, my man, I said to myself, I've got to benefit from these beautiful things Jeremy is doing. And not only me now, because, I don't want to be selfish, and even with the audience. And here we are today with the amazing Jeremy. So thank you so very much for doing that yourself. And secondly, thank you for saying yes to the invite. Because if you had said nope, there was nothing Elisha could do about it. Thanks so much, my man.
Thanks, Elisha. Appreciate your offering, and I'm glad to be here with you doing this podcast. I'm looking forward to it.
Fool. Yeah, so let's do it, my man. Let's get started. You see, I am quite excited to have you on the show today, Jeremy, for some reasons. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking. I believe in order for one to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, Jeremy, I believe it takes the application of knowledge, information. Not just knowledge alone, but the application of it. And you see, my man, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking. Why? Because I do not want to remain in the dark. So that's going to
Gotcha.
make our conversation today very important to me and even to the listeners. And the second reason why I'm excited to have the incredible Jeremy on the show is for the sake of the audience. You see, my man, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got lots of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality, eye-opening, and very important information, of which I
Right.
am totally convinced, Jeremy, that our conversation is going to be insightful and impactful. So for that reason, my man, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or your professional journey, because right now we are so curious. We want to know how Jeremy got here. Then afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Jeremy, my man, over to you.
Thanks, Elisha. My personal journey to why we're here today really started with me creating a website called Marrying America because I recognized that there was not enough quality opportunities for people who genuinely wanted long term healthy relationships to meet like minded people. There are apps available where you can meet people. The problem is that there are not enough of them where everybody is there with the same intention, which is to be in a long term, healthy, sustained relationship. I thought there was a space there that was missing, a gap that was there. And that is why I created Marrying America. Having been in a marriage for 4 decades, I appreciate what a healthy, sustained relationship can do for an individual. So my mission in life is to, or my mission with Marrying America is to get everybody who wants one into a sustained, healthy, long-term relationship. That's how we got here.
Amazing. And that's really the essence of life, my man. Discovering that unique problem you were born to solve and creating a solution for it. I tell
Right.
you, if everyone can focus on their unique potential and ability to solve these problems that is so unique to them, the world will be so different. The fact that you notice a gap and you decided, I'm not going to contribute to this stuff negatively. I want to create a change. And you made a solution. That's really beautiful. And that's very
Thank you.
inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how has the journey been, marrying America? How has the journey been so far?
Well, it's been very interesting. It's been very interesting, very eye opening in terms of just building out the platform, getting the platform launched, trying to make people aware of the fact that there is a platform available to them where they can meet like minded, serious minded, marriage minded people. Because unfortunately, Elisha, in this day and age, the only way to genuinely meet like minded people are indeed on apps and websites. There is no going to church to meet your person. Those days are over. There is no going to, you know, state fair to meet your person. Can it happen? Yes. Does it happen? Yes. The odds are not good. So, whether we like it or not, the only way to legitimately stand a real opportunity to meet your person is on a dating app slash website. So, that is why, for better or for worse, that's just the way it is. And therefore, people need a space where they can meet people who have asserted from day one that this is what I'm looking for. I am looking for a serious long term relationship. And if a relationship starts with that as its premise, that this is what I'm looking for, then everybody knows going into it, okay, let's see if we can get there. So I'm hoping to create that space, that environment, that platform with Marrying America.
Amazing. Like-minded, very important because we've got a
Absolutely.
lot of wolves out there. They
Sure.
have total um, different ulterior motives. I tell you, I love the fact that you use that word, like-minded. That's a brilliant one. Okay, so let us talk about courting. All right. So why does
Hmm.
courting still work today?
Well, the reason why it needs to work today is you see, the days of when individuals needed each other to survive. And when I say survive, I mean make it from birth to the grave. There was a point, or historically, through human history, we have always needed relationships to survive life. Okay? We have evolved to a point, technology has evolved us to a point where we really don't need an individual anymore to survive, much less thrive in life. And I think that is what has fundamentally changed the dating slash marrying game in developed countries. People no longer, men and women, no longer need each other individually or in a relationship to survive and thrive. Therefore, there is not that incentive or motivation to find that relationship. And therefore, people have not been as diligent as they used to be in the past in courting people, looking for that relationship that they needed to survive life. Now, what I'm trying to do with Marrying America is bringing back courting, not because you need a partner to survive life, but you need a partner to enjoy life, to really thrive in life, not for survival. So thank goodness the days of needing somebody for survival are past. Therefore, the willingness to court is not as intentful, as serious as it used to be. We are hoping to bring that back with Marrying America for people who realize they don't need an individual to survive life. They need an individual to enjoy and thrive in
Mm,
life. So that's the premise of the courting
mm.
behind Marrying America.
Don't need an individual to survive, but to enjoy
Exactly.
and thrive. Wow,
Exactly.
that's
You
an
know, I
amazing
mean,
perspective, and I got
no,
that.
I mean,
Hmm.
as you know, I mean, people historically from the dawn of humanity, we have needed individuals to survive life, to protect us from the lions and the tigers and the woolly mammoths, and to hunt and to farm. And, we've needed individuals to make that happen. We couldn't do that on our own. But technology and the human condition has evolved. We don't need to worry about woolly mammoths anymore.
Hmm.
We don't need to worry about tigers anymore. You know what I mean? We can feed ourselves. We can take care of ourselves. We can make our own money. We can make our own life. So we don't have that pressing need to find that person to make life with. And we're hoping to bring that back because that's a key dynamic that's missing right now from our societies, I think.
Amazing, and I got that. So we have a few more to go. So you built your platform in such a way that encourages users to leave once they find someone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The platform
Wow.
is designed for, like I said, really serious people to get on the platform, invest, some time in identifying individuals they think they would like to meet and potentially make life with. They get on, they survey who is available, who is there, and then they reach out to each other. If a match is made, then they take it from there. But again, Elisha, the relationship will be starting off on the premise that I am here for a long-term, serious relationship. So from day one, you don't have to have uncomfortable conversations about what are you looking for? What do you want? I mean, do you want a serious relationship? It's already baked into the cake. That is why we are here. So let's do what we need to do to make it work, since we both want the same thing. And I think that's what's missing from a lot of our dating environment apps nowadays is one person comes to the date not sure, you know, not looking for anything serious. The other person comes to the match, to the date, looking for something serious. So from the get go, there's a mismatch. It's going to be very difficult for that situation to work because one person doesn't want it, the other person does. or they're not sure if they want it. On Marrying America, both people are coming to the match saying, hey, look, this is what I want. I'm willing to do the work to see if we can't make it happen. That's the key differentiator, or a key differentiator.
Amazing. I tell you, and this is really beautiful. You truly understand this stuff on a deeper level. I got that. So we have two more to go, my man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you talk to us about this particular rule? The 7 days to decide rule. What is that?
The reason why we put that in, Elijah, is because if I send a match to a lady, she needs to know that she can't take forever to decide whether or not she wants to match with me. She has 7 days. So that way I am not kept in limbo wondering, does she want to match? Does she not want to match? Does she find me interesting enough? The timer is ticking. When somebody receives a match request, they have 7 days to say yes or no. And if they don't respond within those 7 days, the match is automatically rescinded, because we don't want people sending match requests and they're sitting in somebody's inbox for a month and nobody's responding to it. No, we want, like I said, we want intentional people who are serious about meeting their person. So that's why we have the 7-day rule, where you get a match request, you have 7 days to evaluate whether or not you want to match with this person. And if you decide not to, the match request goes away.
Wow, that's a smart one. So finally, Jeremy, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those folks who like to reach out to you, learn more about the wonderful stuff you're doing, or even, join Marrying America. Maybe they need your services, your programs, or even ask you questions. How can that be possible?
Elisha, I would advise anybody who is listening to this content, who knows anybody that should be hearing this content, if they know somebody who wants to be in an intentional or long-term committed relationship, I would advise them to immediately join marryingamerica.com, because it's absolutely free to join. Your first 3 credits you get for joining. So there is no cost to join. There is no cost to match with your first 3 individuals. So there is no downside to joining. If you are on any kind of dating app right now, if you have been on a dating app in the past, and you are still single, still wanting a long-term committed relationship, join marryingamerica.com, because there is absolutely no downside to doing so. That is takeaway number 1. Takeaway number 2 is it is a platform designed for serious people looking for serious relationships. If that is what if you're not looking for that, then marryingamerica.com is not the place for you. It is designed for people desiring intentional, serious, committed relationships. If you know anybody listening to your content who knows somebody that's looking for that, they need to send them to Marrying America, have them spend 15 minutes to put together a profile and start looking for their person, or their person will start looking for them. So that's what I would absolutely tell your listeners is, if they're in the market for that, if they know somebody who is in the market for that, get to marryingamerica.com. Absolutely no downside. And the credits never expire. Your 3 free credits never expire. So that's the
Wow,
takeaway.
beautiful. Yeah, man, beautiful. So that's going to be the end of the show, Jeremy. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing these wonderful stuffs with us. It means a whole lot, man. Thank you.
Elisha, I appreciate you. I appreciate your audience. I appreciate your listeners. And again, I would encourage them to continue to follow you, listen to you, support you, and to spread the word that, look, intentional relationships are out there to be had. We just have to go find them. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Amen.